Ladies, gentlemen, this is the Admiral Report, and I am the Admiral. It's been a few weeks since I've done my last presentation, video, whatever you want to call it. So, I decided I want to do one now. Pretty much, I just want to touch on the issue of voting, politics. If you're outside Canada, you may not know, or you may know, we just had an election. It was ahead of schedule, all this stuff. Let's go and do some gists of it. The Conservative government had a minority power previous to this election, and the Liberal and NDP and all the others called for non-confidence and forced an early election, which time they had like 2-3 months to campaign, and then elections would start and the new party would be elected. Here's what happened. The Conservatives now have a majority government. The Liberals, who were the opposition government, fell horribly. The NDP is now a strong opposition, with the bloc now fallen. The Green Party has, the bloc's still around, but they've fallen just as hard as the Liberals. Actually, possibly even harder. The Green Party actually have a seat now, which is a little surprising, but nah, it's not too bad. Kudos to them, they've been trying really hard. But, on the election day, I was with a group of friends. Not going to mention any names at all. But some of what Harper wanted to implement, they weren't an improvement of. They prefer to see the NDP leader, Jack Layton, in as power. That's fantastic. But my issue is their means of protesting their dislike to Harper's policies is simply just not vote. Brilliant. So, rather than vote for the NDP guy, which they prefer, they'd rather simply not vote and increase the chances of the Conservative guy from getting elected in office. I'm, like, out of our group, I was the only one who actually wanted to vote. I was going to vote NDP. But they absolutely were adamant not going to vote. That was their way of standing, the way of standing out, showing their disapproval with the government in power. I wonder how many other people did that. Like, the NDP rocketed up. They have their opposition power is what they had before, plus what the Liberals had prior to, before the party. Before this election, you could add the Liberal and NDP seats up and get the number of seats the NDP have right now. That is a huge jump. Like, pretty big. I mean, compared to what Conservatives got right now, maybe just their 3 votes wouldn't have made all that different, but there's got to be several thousand people out there who felt the exact same way. That's per party, I'm thinking, at least. And those numbers could have been a little different. Those people actually decided to get off their ass and do something. But no, they're just going to sit back and people have their ways. Some of them just don't make sense to me. It's annoying sometimes. Another issue I wanted to touch on. Osama Bin Ladin finally killed. Fantastic. absolutely fantastic. But I saw the front cover of the Toronto Sun, and it said it all. It had a picture of his face, and the only other words on the cover other than Toronto Sun was big font, rot in hell. I know a lot of people have a lot of strong feelings, but is that something you really want to put on the front page of a magazine? Or, sorry, newspaper. Yeah. It just seems like a bit strong of a message to send. I mean, having it in the actual article itself, written little texture, but on the front page, big bloody letters. It just really, something about that just doesn't sit right with me. And not that I'm disapproving with the fact that he's dead. I'm glad he's dead. There's a lot of problems that were caused by the World Trade Center going down. A lot of people died, and a lot of people are still suffering from the incident today. Primarily the families of people who died, police officers, firefighters, paramedics, those people who walked into the building didn't necessarily get killed or hurt at all by the building coming down, but later suffered a lot of health defects due to breathing in all the crap from the building. That's about all I'm gonna say. You should check out the front page of the Toronto Sun. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I thought it was a little inappropriate, slightly. I'll see if I can find a link and I'll post it in the video. If I find it, well, obviously you'll know I found a link to it, because it'll be there. Okay, well, this is the Admiral. I'm heading off. Peace, everyone. Peace.